Adoree, take us through that last play. I don't believe you're all on that side of the field, but, when you saw that catch around the goal line, what were you thinking?
Just knowing that the guys that we have on our team on a relentless pursuit. So as I seen them catch the ball, I seen about like 4 or 5 of our players running towards the ball, trying to stop him and stop his momentum. I think we did a great job at doing that.
Thank you.
Tom Canavan.
Hey, Adoree, I saw something late where it said you were being evaluated for a concussion that was ruled out.
Oh, that was it?
Were you evaluated?
Nah, yeah. I thought you were going to ask something else. Nah, yeah, I was evaluated for a concussion.
But you're fine?
Yeah, I'm fine.
The other question I have is, you guys are 6-1. I'm sure there are people jumping on the bandwagon now. Do you have to ignore that? People telling you you're great?
For us, we just, try to get better each week, day by day. Even though we do win, there's a lot of corrections that need to be made. And for us, we understand that it's a long season and just trying to get 1-0.
Thank you.
Tom Rock.
Adoree, you were on a team that went to the conference championships in Tennessee. At what point in that season did you start to think that was possible?
I think once we got into the playoffs, obviously you got to take it week by week. We were still playing in games to make sure we got in there. And once we got into the wild card game, I don't know who we played first. I think it was the Patriots, I believe. Played them first. Then we went to Baltimore. And I think each week you just keep knowing that you can keep going forward. And it's just, a look into the future a little bit, but at the same time, got to focus on the present. So I would say once you get into the playoffs, that's when you start to think, okay, you could go all the way, but at the same time, you have to focus 1 week at a time.
And then, so to bring that back to this year's team, how hard is it to sort of not have your eyes peek up towards what could happen the second half of this season?
I think it's pretty easy not to look too far ahead. I remember talking to Justin Ellis, about when he was in Baltimore and they started off 8-2 and they didn't make the playoffs. And so to have that in perspective, understanding that it doesn't really matter how you start, it's really about how you finish. And that year that we did go to the conference championship, I think we started off like 2-5. So you just never know, how this league may go. It's hard to get wins, hard to collect them, but just trying to keep stacking those wins and keep coming into work each day and trying to get better.
Thank you.
Art Stapleton.
Hey, Adoree, on that last drive with Jacksonville driving, you guys were mixing and matching coverage a little bit, but I know it's your job, but how challenging is it in today's game where, teams are not only looking for completions, they're looking for flags. They're trying to put you in position for you to make a mistake and commit a penalty that keeps the drive alive from that route. Do you have to guard against that as well, but also be aggressive in your coverage? And how do you balance that in that situation?
This is just about playing the game within the game, understanding that just do your job and don't do anything outside of that realm. So for us, just go out there and execute our assignments at the end of the day. Just play your technique, play your game, and let the rest play out itself.
Are there certain plays where you can tell they're looking for a flag, they're looking to bait you into a flag, or and then others that they're really looking to make a completion, or is that really not an issue?
No, I don't think that's an issue at all. It's just, how the game is going, throughout the game. Probably the same level of play that was going on to the beginning, but, once you get towards the end of the game, it may be a lot different. It's kind of like basketball, when it's a championship game, whatever it may be, and it's, fouls this, fouls that, just getting a little more tight and critiquing, different things. But at the end of the day, it's still the game that we sign up to play, and you just got to go out there and do your job.
Just one last one. The throw to the end zone with Zay Jones, that jump ball, was that, if you had to draw up the perfect technique for you in that situation, was that play it?
No, I probably wouldn't say it was the perfect technique. Just fortunate enough to be in a good position to be able to see the ball and make a play on the ball.
Thanks, Adoree.
We'll take one more. Dan Duggan.
Hey, Adoree, it didn't seem like you guys blitzed maybe as much as you have in previous games. Is that the case? And if so, how much did you change up what you did yesterday?
For us, it was just really about just trying to do our job. You know, they have a great, receiving core, great quarterback, great running backs, pretty much a great offensive threat that they have there. And for us, we were just playing a game plan that Wink signed us up to do, and I feel like we did a great job executing. Although some things didn't look as pretty, but to be able to keep fighting, which we do, fight for 60 minutes, and just go out there and keep battling.
And then McKinney had the big strip there. Was that a coaching point with Etienne that he's susceptible to? I mean, he's had some fumbles. Were you guys kind of hammering that during the week to go for the ball?
I think that's every week, just trying to get a punch at the ball, a rip at the ball, or trying to strip the ball, or whatever it may be. So that's just a habit that we probably go throughout the week, and just happen to come up in a clutch moment. And, shout out to Zay for getting that done.